In Hollywood, staying young isn't a wish, it's a requirement. But for these stars, the quest for eternal youth took a dramatic turn. From swollen lips to frozen faces, they didn't just get a little work done, they got a lot. Some call it self-expression, others call it a disaster. Either way, these celebrity transformations are unforgettable and not always for the right reasons. In a world where beauty fades and fame is fleeting, Jocelyn Wildenstein carved her name into pop culture history, not with films, not with fashion, but with one of the most jaw-dropping facial transformations of the modern era. Once a striking Swiss socialite married to billionaire art dealer Alec Wildenstein, Jocelyn seemed to have it all: private jets, mansions, art collections, and elite connections. But when rumors of infidelity began to circulate, she sought to recapture her husband's attention by undergoing cosmetic surgery, not just to look younger, but to look like a wild cat, reportedly because Alec admired big cats like lions and tigers. What started as a tweak turned into a full-blown obsession. By the 1990s and 2000s, Jocelyn's face had morphed into something surreal: almond-shaped eyes, pulled taut, exaggerated cheekbones, plumped lips, and a feline-like jawline. The press nicknamed her Catwoman, and tabloids could barely keep up with her latest look. Estimates say she spent upwards of $4 million on surgeries, and the result? A media storm of ridicule, memes, late-night jokes, and whispers at every red carpet. Still, Jocelyn never once apologized. In fact, she claimed to feel more beautiful than ever, and dismissed critics with elegance, saying, "I don't regret anything. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder." To this day, no conversation about extreme plastic surgery is complete without mentioning Jocelyn Wildenstein. She didn't just change her face, she changed the conversation. The name Donatella Versace conjures images of glitz, power, and unapologetic glamour. As the sister of the late Gianni Versace and the creative director of the Versace brand, Donatella has ruled fashion runways for decades. But just as much as her iconic designs turn heads, so does her unmistakable face see a canvas of transformation, ambition, and cosmetic intervention. Over the years, Donatella's image has evolved drastically. Her once more natural features have been redefined by voluminous lips, sculpted cheekbones, ultra-smooth skin, and a dramatically arched brow, giving her the appearance of a living statue somewhere between goddess and science experiment. Critics call it overdone, fans call it bold, but everyone notices. Speculation runs rampant about what exactly she's had done: Botox, dermal fillers, facelifts, lip injections, chemical resurfacing, you name it. She's never confirmed the full extent, but Donatella has always leaned into reinvention. Her motto? Fashion is change, and so is the face that represents it. And while others in the industry chase youth or deny the scalpel, Donatella embraces the transformation. She's a woman of vision, control, and image. As her face evolved, so did the Versace brand, from scandalous runway drama to global fashion powerhouse. In many ways, her look mirrors the brand: fearless, dramatic, and impossible to ignore. At the end of the day, Donatella Versace is not trying to be natural, she's trying to be unforgettable, and she's winning. Back in the 80s, Mickey Rourke was the bad boy every casting director wanted and every teenage heartthrob poster featured. With piercing eyes, rugged charm, and a magnetic screen presence, he starred in hits like 9½ Weeks and Angel Heart, securing his place as Hollywood royalty. Then, seemingly at the height of his fame, he walked away from Hollywood, from fame, and, arguably, from his face. Rourke decided to pursue professional boxing, a decision that would leave more than just a few bruises. After suffering multiple facial injuries in the ring, he turned to reconstructive surgery. But things didn't go as planned. Instead of restoration, Mickey's surgeries veered into irreversible transformation. With each attempt to fix what boxing broke, Mickey's appearance grew more swollen, stretched, and artificial. His nose was rebuilt several times. His cheeks appeared puffed, and his once rugged jawline became soft and almost melted. His signature look was gone. In its place stood a man barely recognized by fans or casting agents. To his credit, Mickey didn't deny it. In interviews, he confessed, most of the surgeries were a mistake. He even admitted going to the wrong guy for procedures. Few celebrities are that honest. Despite the backlash and cruel tabloid coverage, Rourke made a surprising comeback with The Wrestler, 2008, earning an Oscar nomination and reminding the world that talent never wrinkles, even if the skin does. Born into pop royalty, LaToya Jackson always stood in the long shadow of her superstar siblings, especially Michael. But while Michael moonwalked into music history, LaToya took a different path, one marked by controversy, personal reinvention, and an ever-changing face that had people doing double takes and double-checking the name. Over the years, LaToya's face seemed to morph in parallel with her brother's. Multiple nose jobs, skin lightening, chin refinement, and dramatic contouring gave her an appearance so eerily similar to Michael's that at times, even fans were confused. The Jackson family always had a complicated relationship with identity and image, and LaToya's evolution became symbolic of that tension. Critics questioned whether she was chasing fame, fighting insecurity, or simply caught in the whirlwind of cosmetic culture. But LaToya remained undeterred. Her look may have been polarizing, but her confidence never wavered. She told the press she felt more empowered than ever, and even poked fun at the comparisons herself. She went on to appear in reality television shows, release music, and stand by her family through public tragedy and scandal. And while many remember her for her transformations, others see a woman who found her voice and her look on her own terms, regardless of public opinion. In the grand theater of celebrity reinvention, LaToya is both performer and masterpiece, blurring the line between legacy and individuality. Scott Thompson, better known by his stage name Carrot Top, built an entire career on being delightfully weird. With his wild red hair, box of bizarre props, and high-octane energy, he was the kind of comic who didn't need help standing out, already looked like he was drawn by a cartoonist in Vegas. And yet, he went under the knife, repeatedly. Over the years, Carrot Top's transformation has left fans scratching their heads harder than they did at his punchlines. His skin looks tight enough to bounce quarters off of, his eyebrows are frozen in perpetual surprise, and his cheeks resemble inflated bike tires. Pair that with an unnaturally bulky body sculpted in the Gamond, possibly enhanced with a little Morand, you've got a man who looks like he's in a permanent state of caffeinated confusion. While he's never publicly confirmed every procedure, the speculation is obvious. Botox? Absolutely. Fillers? Most likely. Plastic surgery? Without a doubt. Yet despite the commentary, Carrot Top still performs, still packs theaters, and still pokes fun at his own look. He once quipped, "I look like a lion that's had too much work done." The real tragedy? He didn't need any of it. Carrot Top was already a brand funny, loud, lovable, and unique. But in chasing reinvention, he gave the world a version of himself that now looks more like a wax museum escapee than a comedy headliner. Where most people seek plastic surgery to blend in or recapture youth, Amanda Lepore went in the opposite direction. She wanted to become a living fantasy, and succeeded. As a transgender icon, model, nightlife muse, and pop culture enigma, Amanda didn't just change her appearance, she built a mythos. With ultra-pouty lips that defy physics, a corseted waist that could make Barbie look bloated, and skin so smooth and porcelain-like it appears digitally retouched in real life, Amanda looks like a character from a surreal dream or a Dali painting come to life in stilettos. Unlike others in this list, Amanda is fully transparent about her cosmetic journey. She's openly discussed her breast augmentations, multiple rhinoplasties, forehead lifts, and hormone therapy. And rather than hide behind euphemisms, she calls her appearance a tribute to the exaggerated femininity of old Hollywood. To some, she's the ultimate example of body modification art. To others, she's a cautionary tale, but Amanda doesn't care. Her life is her stage, and her body is her performance piece. Whether you view her as bold, bizarre, or beautiful, one thing's for sure: you won't forget her. I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Your support means the world to me.